All right, guys. So I've been asked countless times on how do I trade? What do you trade? What apps do you use? And what's your method? Okay, cool. I'm going to show you everything right now in this video and make it as quick and as clean as possible so you guys can sort of understand it and log in and try it on your demo accounts, whatever. Okay, cool. So what I take my trades on is MetaTrader 5. Normally, some people might use MetaTrader 4. I think it's more of a preference thing. I prefer MetaTrader 5. Secondly, this is TradingView. Obviously, I have the Pro version. Now, what the Pro version allows you to do is over the weekend, there is a replay button. Okay, cool. So on the weekend, obviously, the market is closed. I can go over previous trades, analyze, make sure that I'm doing the right things and why they went correct. All right. So now that we have done that, we will look at the 1 day candlestick. I'll go through what I have started out here. I have my sell positions, my long positions, rectangle, path, Janbox, and trend line. Cool. So I would go on to the 1 day time frame. This will show you each candlestick as 1 day. Friday, the 16th of January, Thursday, the 15th of January, Wednesday, the 14th of January, so on. Okay, cool. I would then mark out the highs and lows of that session. As you can see over here, I was marking out the previous day's highs and lows. Okay, cool. So we have that section there. I would then drop down to a 4-hour candlestick and I would look, okay, cool. Can we find an area of interest within those candlesticks? So now an area of interest is where price goes and reacts to consistently. It needs to be closed within that area of interest 3 times for it to become valid. All right. So that is the main thing. I could not find it on the 4-hour candle frame. So I dropped down to a 15, which I think is probably the second best thing. I don't specifically use a 1 hour or a 30-minute. I just use that for sort of confirmation, or if my TP is set to a specific place, I will see if the market may potentially react. Okay, so don't worry about the 30 or 1 hour just yet. Okay, cool. As you can see here, we have an area of interest. Now, what the area of interest is where market reacts. So as you can tell, there is wicks that fall outside of this area of interest. And for me, that isn't valid at all, because if I go to a line graph here, you can tell this is where market has actually been. The wicks are where market has have gone, but closing wise, market has closed within the area of interest. So that is like a valid point now. That is like solid. That has actually happened. These are where market has been and retraced to or gone above, but they haven't been able to close at that price. Okay, cool. So that is now, you have your area of interest because you can tell, okay, cool, market has tapped into here multiple times. Perfect. All right, sweet. Now I would go over to the trade that I took. So I am looking for a break of structure where price falls below or above a bullish or bearish movement. So this whole time, price has been above market. These green lines and red lines are not nothing. They are where price, that's what price is. Okay, cool, for gold to US dollar. That is what the price is, and this is where market is. So market was above, moving bullish the whole time. Okay, cool. Price has gone up, gone up, gone up. It's hit a resistance, and then it has come back down to the area of interest. Okay, cool. Push back up, could have taken a buy, but at this moment of time, it is not an area of interest. Why? Because it is only tapped in once. Okay, cool. Come back up, pushed above the resistance, come back down, area of interest. Okay, cool. This is when you start G'ing up and you're looking at the chart and you're like, fuck, this could be something, all right? So it's come back up. It's sort of consolidated above the resistance line. If anything, it's probably created another resistance about here. It has then changed at a double top here, if I change here. Consolidated, obviously if I drop the time frame, you'll be able to see that. And then falling above, probably like a little head and shoulders here. As you can tell, like around this box here is a bit of a shoulder movement there. Come down, that's obviously the neckline, or the neckline's here. I come down, push back up, and then dropped. Okay, cool. So you can probably, if that was me, I would be looking at that. That's my section there. Head and shoulders up, come back across, retapped, and then dropped. All right, cool. That's just like a confirmation thing. You don't have to look for that. That is just like an extra bit that I've just literally seen just then. I probably should have realized that in real time. All right. Market then absolutely shits itself. This is when I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, sweet. So markets come down, falling below resistance line, falling below. It has then failed to get back above, but it has also failed to hit the area of interest. It has then gone absolutely bearish. So this is now a bearish movement. There's been a break of structure here, a break of structure, no, sorry, a break of structure here, and a change of character here. Okay, cool. And it is also, most key point, fallen below price. You can see how the green line has now turned red, and it has fallen below price. Here, you could have potentially bought if you were feeling it, but you would have lost your trade, obviously. I was patient enough, patient, because now it is falling below. Only time that I would ever buy is if it is above market price. It has fallen below market price and turned into a bearish movement. So now momentum is going down. I would obviously drop to a 5-minute time frame. Let me find this trade. I would drop to a 5-minute time frame. Why would I do that? So I can find a good entry point. All right, let's find this entry point. I would have waited. It has come back out of there, come all the way back down, and then break of structure. I would have bought, I did buy on the break of structure, but even if you bought here, you still would have been valid for the trade. Probably would have been a better buy point. You would have got out earlier. But the reason I didn't buy there is because there wasn't a fully engulfing candle to the point where there was like, okay, cool, that's good momentum. I was thinking about buying here, but the only reason I didn't is because I updated my phone. So I didn't get the buy point that I wanted, but I bought outside. You're probably asking, Will, why isn't your trades around here? So, my stop loss around here. The reason being for that is because when I watched Alex G video, he always says that your stop loss should be about 15 pips above that area of interest. Why is that? This is because if market wants to retrace to that level, then you want to be making sure that if you're hitting stop loss, then you know the trade's failed. Because the worst thing in the world is your trade hitting stop loss and then it goes back down. It's just a retest. Okay, so make sure your stop loss is, if that gets hit, you know you've analyzed the charts wrong and your trade is going to reverse. Now, how do you get these lines and the change of characters and break of structures and all of that sort of stuff? These are them here. Where are they? My indicators are ICT kill zones plus pivots, TFO, and market structure, CHOCH, BOS, fractal, Lux, Algo. I think I've got them starred here. Okay, cool. These are mine. Okay, so if you would like to use them, use them. If you don't want to use them, I think they help just because it gives me a rough idea of where price is, and when I can't fully see obviously on all the whatever it is on there. Sweet. Cool. That's it. All right, pause that, write that down. Make sure you've got a notebook as well. Make sure you're taking all of this down and you're journaling all your trades, because that will help you in the long run. Because if you've got a trade in the future where you see a familiar setup, then you've had it in your book. You know what you did right last time, what you did wrong. You can look out for those things, and I think you would be able to execute that trade a lot better. Now, what I did with this trade is obviously a 2-ratio stop loss to take profit. This means if I was willing to risk $500, I would have made 1,000. If I was willing to risk $1,000 on the stop loss, I would have made 2,000. So that is just how you would, like, whatever you want to make on that, $50 to 100, up to you. That really is as simple as it gets. Obviously, you want to see where the market's pushing, bearish, below price, break of structure, below the level of interest. You know it's going to go bearish. Obviously, a lot went on then. And yeah, so that's probably the main trade that I'm looking to take nowadays. Obviously, it's not just here as well. I don't know if I took it on, it wasn't here, was it? Was it here? No, it wasn't this market. I think it may have been here. There was another one that I could have shown you guys. Yeah, here. All right, cool. Literally another one as well on British pound to US dollar. Same thing where market is breaking, it's gone bearish, hit this level. Obviously, look, if I show you guys the line chart now, you'll see. Look how many times it's tapped into this area. Bang, 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 bang. So that's like my area of interest. You can tell that that is the area that you are interested in, and where the market wants to go. You can tell that market has turned bearish. It has broken below price as it has tapped in and tapped out. You would then scope in. I didn't actually take my trade there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Obviously, I want to see here. I waited for, I think it was around here on the engulfing candle, which just took out pretty much. When this closed, I was like, sweet, I'm happy to take this trade. And then obviously 2 risk ratio, and that was it. So this is like a very, very common things through Forex. So make sure you're looking out for these. The tips are the highs, the lows, the area of interest, waiting for that break, waiting for the break of structure, make sure it's below price, having your setup ready, and make sure your risk management is also on par. Okay. So yeah, that's probably everything at the moment. Like, I can make another video later on about not break of structure, order blocks as well, which is something that I used to trade on the split between New York and London session, which pretty much works 9 out of 10 times. But yeah, for now, that is literally it. So go practice your area of interest, your support lines, your resistant lines, and then just getting that timing right where you're able to execute them trades and be confident as well. Make sure that you are not setting and forgetting. No, make sure you are setting and forgetting. Make sure that you're not sat there watching the screen as it happens and you're like, crap, should I pull out now? Should I not pull out now? Oh my God, it's in stop loss. Most likely it's a retrace. If it's not a retrace, you lose a bit of money, okay? The worst case scenario, you pay $50 to $200, however much you're willing to risk. That's how much you're paying to learn. Okay, cool. All right. So it's never a loss. It's always a lesson. Stay consistent. Keep a journal. Keep a routine, and you will be fine. Every trade you take will be right-minded to do the right thing. All right. So look into it. Give it a go. Give me a comment as well if you guys have any advice on these things. In terms of if you think I can improve anything, or you don't like something, or you don't understand it, hit my messages. My Instagram is the same as my YouTube. And yeah, so hit me a message. I'm always going to help you guys. I'm never going to charge you for it. I'm never going to create a course because I don't want a course. I don't want that hassle. I'd rather just sit here and trade, teach you guys stuff. That's the goal, man. All right, cool. So that's it. That's my first YouTube video. I don't know if it was good. I don't know if you guys understood it. If you didn't understand it, I can make a longer, more detailed video. Or like I said, just hit my Instagram. We can work. All right. I'm always open. I'm always willing to talk to people, make new connections, all of that stuff. So yeah, let me know. And yeah, that was it for today, guys. Appreciate it.